When anyone walks through the store, I want them to feel fun. A little shock, a little awe, but homey and cozy. I want people to say, that's Juju's space. This is so Juju. That reminds me of Juju. Let me get Jujufied. We're a verb. And what you put in is what you get out. I am Juju Waters, AKA Dear Juju, and this is my handmade home. I am a naughty Martha Stewart, so I'm a comedian and an interior designer. Dear Juju is my lifestyle show where I teach cooking, cocktails, decor, and I give advice on how to live ridiculously fabulous.
Because you're worth it, baby!
Welcome to Casa de Marrom, which is my husband's last name. I like to call it Chateau de Juju. This room right here is the foyer. It's really nice to settle before you go into this house. This is actually one of my favorite rooms. It's like a transition space from the outside world to the inside world. And it's a place where you can kick off your shoes, take off your coat, drop your keys, very symbolic of let the world go, and then you just escape inside this world. It is a portal. That little transition makes you feel like you're entering into the home. It's really nice. We did this chinoiserie wallpaper to give it a little bit of spunk. Peel and stick. I wanted something light because it's a small space, but that still packs a punch. And we have this gorgeous mirror that I got for $300, and now it's worth like $3,000. It's that poor grandma, she didn't know what she had. And it's a perfect way to see how fabulous my hair is before I walk out the door. My style is eclectic with a European and Asian influence. I'm a more is more is more girl. I love mixing patterns, a lot of vintage books and chinoiserie and a lot of color. My inspiration is influenced by my travels. So I traveled a lot during my 20s when I was a professional dancer. Lots of art, lots of flowers, lots of books, lots of vintage, eclectic, and tailored. It does give me that feeling. Very world traveled. I love it. And this is our living room. It was just basic, and we just put our personality all over it. I'm obsessed with this color. My husband thinks it's green and I think it's blue, but it's really warming, feels special, and it feels ours. I really made the space feel like me by painting it, putting up the drapes, curating all of the patterns and textures that you see. It just feels warm and classic, and it's not country, but I think it's that classicness that does give it that kind of at-home vibe. This fireplace is one of my handmade-ness. It wasn't much when we first got it, okay? We zhuzhed it up, and now it's a focal point of the living room. So now we have ambiance all the days. Nothing says ambiance and a vibe like a crackling fire. But before, it wasn't much. This is a Marlboro lamp company, and I restored it myself with a little bit of lemon and baking soda.
I can see my hopes and dreams in there!
It gives it that little extra touch of wham bam, thank you ma'am. And I feel like that's what a good lamp does. A good lamp is jewelry in the space. A room is an outfit, everyone talks about this. And the accessories and the jewelry that you put with it, they really are the style. And I think that's what's important, is when you walk into a space, your eye has something interesting to look at, travel around, and just feel cozy, and that's what it feels like. It's a space that we can relax in, hang out in, and just create memories. I love it. Which takes me to the dining room, which again has an eclectic feel. The chairs are original French bistro. We got those shipped from France. They took 8 weeks to come in. And then my marble table just kind of feels solid, yes, this is where we're having a meal. It's mixed and it's matched, and it's such a big space that I feel like it needed some coziness. So we decided to paint it black. We have the black wallpaper, and it's a dining room. It should feel cozy, it should feel warm, it should feel sexy. The funness of the texture and a little bit wild. And these paper mache birds give it a little funkiness. It's like a little quirky, whimsical touch that's really fun. They look like they're coming out of that wallpaper. It's just beautiful. And that's what paint does. That's what good decor does. The dining room is the most handmade space in the whole house. I painted the walls myself. I curated the wallpaper. Put this up myself. I made the shelves. Cut the glass, beveled, designed them, put those together. Even the table, though I got it secondhand, was someone's bar, and I cut off and sawed it like 8 inches to make it a dining room table. So that is definitely the most handmade space, and it feels like it. And that's why I think people want to stay in there, because they feel our fingerprints of the handmade all over it. It's all about the energy, honey. What else could you want? My kitchen is a really nice palette cleanser because it's white. It has white Subway herringbone tiles. It has a classic cutting board island. Really feels like it just anchors the room. I hand cut these shelves. Then my husband brought back these tiles. So it feels, again, tailored, handmade, and very specific for this little spot, which I love. We have a vintage poster that my husband got me, and we got it framed. Again, European handmade vibe. And then a little eclecticness with some Italian and some French inspired bistro. And some of my most favorite and beautiful books. Adding that's really fun touch. It's important that everything reflects your style. And those accessories say me. They say Juju. Off the kitchen and the living space is this beautiful gallery hallway. It reminds me of when I was in these museums in Europe, and they always had a beautiful color on the wall that made the art actually stand out. We have a lot of classic, neoclassical art, so it was important to pick a paint that felt new and fresh against that like classical kind of art. I found these at the Pasadena Rose Bowl flea market. This is like 1 out of 500, and I think there's even a number on here somewhere. This was a gift. This is all pencil. More portraits from a vintage find. My grandmother had this painting in her living room, and ever since I was 8 years old, I wanted to look like her. Maybe that's why I wear my hair like this. I don't know, but I inherited this painting and I just love it. So art is really important to have that handmade thumbprint on everything and to give your space a point of view. This hallway leads into the bedroom where the magic happens. And by magic, I mean, this is where I get my beauty rest. I wanted something calming, just a little bit tranquil. So we painted it this really nice gray blue. We did some wallpaper, but then we have some Moroccan curtains, so it kind of throws off a little sheen wall, a little Art Deco, a little Moroccan, giving that eclectic vibe. We layered the pillows, layered the art, layered the drapes, layer, 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 layer. Having those simple foundations, it's an easy way to kind of elevate your style as your design taste develops. But it's definitely bold, it's definitely a little wild, and it's empowering. And that's something that I want to feel when I'm in the bedroom. And it also is a place where I can get a little bit inspired. A lot of people have a jewelry box. We have a jewelry armoire, darling. This is from IKEA. I painted it. So it feels kind of flushed and like they're in the same world, but I handmade this. So yeah, this really represents me. It's fun, it's bold, and it's got a little pizzazz. So don't forget about the bedroom and make sure you put your stamp on that. So that's my stamp. This house means a lot to me because what you put into your home is what you get out. Make you great, have it expand to your space, and have it reflect that. Then it's gonna come into your world and into your life. But it starts in the home. Are you inspired? Well, then like the video and don't forget to subscribe to Handmade for more videos just like this.